Hi everyone, welcome back to Engineers Tech Hub channel. So in this video guys, we will continue your Java tutorial. So from last few weeks, I am not able to upload the video because of I was busy with some other work stuff. Okay, but I will continue this series as well. I know that Java skill is very important as per your automation testing profile. So if you will go in the interview, so the interviewer will start to check how you are good in the Java. If you did not watch my previous video, so please go through that. I have uploaded around 6 video. Please go through that and watch. In this video guys, I will start variable topic. Okay, so what is the use of variable? Okay, means in Java we have a 4 ways to store the value. So if you have a some value, right, we are storing somewhere. Got it right? So suppose you have a glass of the water and you are going to fill the sorry, you have a glass and empty glass and you are storing some water, right? So same thing, we have a many ways, like 4 ways to store the value in Java. When should go for the variable? When should go for the variable? Suppose in your project when you can use the variable concept. Okay, so the first way when we can use the variable, so first of all I just want to explain the 4 ways to store the value. Here the first way, we can store the value using the variable. When in variable can store only one value. If you have a requirement to store only one value, then we should go for variable. In your project requirement, when we can go for the variable. If you have a requirement to store only one value, then we should go for variable topic. Okay, so we have another way to store class object. What do you meaning of class object? If you following my last series, so in the method topic I have already discussed a static and non-static concept. Okay, if you have a non-static, right, so where you can create an object. When you are creating the object where we are storing some non-static member, understood right? Then we have another topic is using an array object. Okay, so if you have a multiple value, right, so if you have to store 100 value, so is it good practice to go for variable? No. Why? Because not store 100 value, it will acquire the too much memory, then readability will be, you know, not good. Okay, so in this scenario what I can do, we can go for array concept. So what is an array? Can store multiple fixed number of value, same type or similar type. Okay, so again here, why we use the array, I will take the separate session for array guys, so don't worry about that. Okay, we have a many disadvantage also in array, but right now I'm not going to explain the array topic. In the coming session definitely I will give you the separate session for array using. So what happened, we have a some disadvantage of an array. Like the first disadvantage is fixed in size. Then you can store same type data, but in the object class you can store uh, different type as well. We have a main problem is the size problem, and we don't have any inbuilt method. We have another way to store also multiple object. Okay, but whatever the problem is an array, we are able to solve in our collection part. So what I'm trying to say, we have a 4 values to store, we have a 4 ways to store the value. Okay, but here we will explore variable. When we should go for the variable? If you have a requirement to store only one value, then we should go for the variable. How to define the variable? So variable is a named memory, right? You are defining some name here, location to use to store the data temporary. Okay, so if you are writing int a equal to 10, so variable is a named memory. Named means a, where you are storing in the a value, you are storing the data temporary. What do you meaning of this? You can modify those data as well. Okay, so during the program execution, we can modify the data. So as per the requirement, you can modify the data. A variable can be created using the data types. Okay, so I think in this series I didn't cover the data types. So we have different types of the data types. We will also discuss in the coming session. Okay, so when you are writing int, float, double, so you have to define the what types of the variable we have, right? Understood, right? As we have a two types of sorry, I was talking about of data types. So how many types of the variable we have? We have a primitive type and we have a reference type. If you will go for the primitive type and reference type, then we have also a static class level variable and local variable. So if you will go for the class level variable, we have a static variable, non-static variable, okay, and we have a local variable as well. But how to write the code and how to start the practical, for this variable, so we will discuss. So just I will give you some brief introduction about of class level variable. The people are saying the global variable as well, and local variable. The variable which is defined as a class block, this, that is called your class variable. Okay, variable which is defined inside this method or inside this block, that variable is called local variable. So we will explore practical part in your next session. If you are new in the channel, please subscribe and press bell icon. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.